Namah Sri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Sachit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. Welcome to this session where we shall meditate rather than discussing on the subject. We will try to explore that dimension while we are together in this session. So it would help if you are in a comfortable position, seated, with your spine erect, without stretching yourself. Be in a comfortable posture. And then relax into that beingness which you are at this moment. When the mind tries to understand what is happening, you will find that the mind gets confused, because this dimension, what we are trying to explore, is beyond thought. So any concepts or words cannot reach it. Yet it is palpable, more palpable than anything else you can call as myself. So during these few minutes that we are together, we shall try to be in that dimension or realm rather than being in the realm of thought. So whatever I speak would only be pointers pointing you to that truth which is within you, so that you can recognize, recognize. Normal cognition we do through the senses. We gather information and the mind processes it and tries to make meaning out of it by comparing it with what is already recorded as previous experiences in the form of memory. So when the mind tries to confront this dimension, which is superconscious, it gets uncomfortable. So our whole purpose of this video is to make ourselves comfortable being in this realm without the need or the necessity to continuously think or understand what is happening. You will find that external stimulus like noise or even sounds or even human words, human beings speaking, could induce thought in your mind. But the trick is to not play along, not entertain, so that it passes by just like clouds in the sky. And when we sit like this, the very first thing that we notice is that I am, that I exist. It is not a thought, although when I say it, I am verbalizing it, but it is palpable as your very existence. And the mind comes in and tries to make it into I am so and so with this body-mind complex. So we will not follow the mind, so that mind cannot pull you into thinking. If you feel that you're tired or you're not in a state where you can be at peace right now, either you can take some rest if you're exhausted and come back and watch this video, or allow the video to heal you, to relax yourself. We have no agenda here. We have no further scope for any future achievements. We are trying to explore what the scriptures have spoken of for thousands of years. We are trying to explore that dimension right now. In the Bhagavad Gita, you find abhyasa and vairagya, practice and renunciation, being extolled. The reason being, initially when we try this kind of meditation, we are not used to it, and the mind revolts and you get carried away. So practice helps us in calming the mind and getting adjusted to being nothing, no thing, not having to understand anything, being comfortable in the unknown, as some Christian mystics have put it. And why vairagya, renunciation? Because if we have desires or cravings, when such thoughts come in, you will be pulled into reacting or taking an action based on that thought. That will again take you away from this sense of self, what you are experiencing right now, beyond the words, beyond any concept of yourself. Sri Ramakrishna says, where there is knowledge, there is ignorance. So that conceptual knowledge, we are trying to go beyond it by not trying to understand what is happening, not trying to conceptualize what is happening, so that we are at the door of being comfortable into our real being. Some of you may think, why is he talking at all? Let us sit in silence. And some others may think, why is he staring at me like that, without any words? So don't mind such thoughts. Don't take your thoughts too seriously. Let it come and go. Our main goal is to be without becoming something or somebody. All the roles that we play throughout the day or throughout our lives become insignificant during a session like this. It doesn't matter what gender you are, what kind of role you play, and what kind of status or position or job you do, or whether you're a father, mother, or a child, doesn't matter. Focusing on your own breath also helps in decelerating the mind. If it is accelerating towards continuous thinking, you can pay attention to your breath. No thought, no concept can replace this precious sacredness, which is not a result of anything that you do. It is not a consequence. It is the reality of who you are, beyond all physical and mental constructs. If you are not used to this kind of a session, then you may feel a little drowsy at first, because the mind, which was continuously engaging in thought, is slowing down. So another trick it plays is taking you beyond the conscious level to sleep. So if that happens, just notice it, and your very attention will bring you back to this awareness of being. And when you're comfortable being, not being something in particular, but just being, then you realize that there is grace, and you begin to see what compassion really is. If some of you feel the need to close your eyes, you can do so, but the mind is more prone to wander away if your eyes are closed. So if you keep it open, it helps, because ultimately your being is not within or without. It is one consciousness that pervades the entire universe, or rather, the entire universe is in this consciousness, this conscious field of presence that you are right now. You cannot pinpoint a focal point from where you exist. You cannot say, that is where I am. It is only when the mind tries to conceptualize, it tries to find a place where I am. But space and time is within consciousness. And we are slowly tuning into a dimension which is beyond space and time. Through this session, we are trying to get a glimpse of our reality, our real nature. And once you get a taste, and once you get comfortable being nobody, then it helps in your actual meditation when you sit for meditation. It is important to notice that whatever thoughts arise is arising in you, and you are not that. So the thought cannot pull you towards reacting or acting upon the thought. And it is not a conscious effort. There is no effort involved. It is only attention. You are just aware of the thoughts, and when you don't take interest in them, then it fades away. And the energy thus gained which was getting scattered in the form of thoughts, will in turn boost your awareness or your attention, and you can focus more and more on being comfortable in this presence or awareness or being, whatever words you want to use. If your mind is still bubbling with thoughts, you can have some positive affirmations or thoughts which act like a healing balm. Let all beings be happy. Let all beings be peaceful. Let all beings be blissful. We shall now end this session with a peace chant. Anytime you feel like accessing this dimension, you can always come back to this video. And remember that it is beyond time and space, this dimension. So irrespective of where you are or what time you watch it, it will always be the now, the present moment, from where you will access this dimension. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat.